Good morning, it's Friday the 1st of May. Can't believe we're in May already. So, let's start our assembly as we always do. May the Lord be with you. We join together in the name of God the Father, God the Son and God the Holy Spirit. Today it should be Hawthorne's class assembly. But seeing as we can't all get together, I thought of thinking about what is it we really want? What we're thinking about, and I think at the moment we're thinking about the word hope. And hope is a very important value within the Christian faith and within all faiths and people around the world. But it's not just about hoping for things to get better, hoping for a brighter future. It's that hope of being part of a Christian community and God being with us. We've talked a lot about not being on our own and not being afraid. And I want to tell you a few things today. In the Bible, God tells us that He says, I will never leave you. I will never forsake you. But sometimes when we think about religion, about God, we might think, well, why is God? Why have we got a COVID-19 crisis? Why is my granny ill? Why has my dad died? Why can I not see my friends? And then we begin to wonder, well, God said He's always with us, but He's letting all these things happen. So we think, has God left us? Has He left us alone with all these awful things that might be happening around the world? And sometimes it can feel a little like that. However, God has never really truly left us. There may be times when bad things might happen to you or a member of your family and you think, why has that happened? Where is God? Why did He leave me? And there may be times when you and your family have had to endure illness. Many of our lives have been touched by cancer, the loss of a loved one. And it's often at times like this that people think, where is God? Why is He letting this happen to my family? Well, the answer to this lies in faith. It lies in our faith. I think this is really well illustrated in a poem by a lady called Mary Stevenson. I think some of you might have heard it. It's called Footprints in the Sand. It was written in 1939, which as many of you know was near the start of the Second World War. It goes like this. One night I dreamt I was walking along a beach with the Lord. Many scenes from my life flashed across the sky. In each scene I noticed footprints in the sand. Sometimes there were two sets of footprints, but other times it's often only one. This bothered me because I noticed that during the difficult periods of my life, when I was suffering from anguish, sorrow or defeat, I could actually only see one set of footprints. So I said to the Lord, you promised me, Lord, that if I followed you, you would always walk with me. But I have noticed that during my most difficult times in my life, there's only been one set of footprints. Why, when I needed you the most, were you not there for me? The Lord turned and replied, the times when you see only one set of footprints, they are mine. That is when I carried you. I think that poem quite clearly shows us that we're never really alone, that God is always with us. And I think that's what we have to think about being as Christians in our faith, to put our trust in God and know that we're not alone. I was thinking also that yesterday was a really special day for a certain man. You might have heard of Captain Tom Moore, who actually was 100 years old today. Actually, Hannah Blackburn was 21 years old yesterday, so congratulations to both of them. Captain Tom Moore decided at the age of 99 that he would walk round his garden 100 times before he reached his 100th birthday. Well, you might think, well, that's not too far. He had quite a big garden and he also had to use a walker. But you know what? He never gave up hope. And his family were there beside him. And he walked round the garden 100 times. Not only was that just a magnificent feat, but in the same time, he managed to raise money, and he raised £30 million. £30 million by one simple act of hope. He hoped he would be able to do it, and he knew he would be able to do it, and he had his family by him. He's made a record. Well, I don't know if you call them records now, but he's recorded a song with a guy called Michael Ball. And I know Mr. Fielder will be jumping up and down at this moment in time because he knows what song I'm going to say. And the song is called Walk On. For the old people out there, it's actually from a film called Carousel. And the words say, walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. Do you know what? That's really true. I'm going to finish with that song in a minute. But I want you to think about is Captain Tom Moore, he helped people. He helped people by doing what he could do. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to think about you're never alone, and what can you do to help? Now, if you're 4, you're not going to be able to go out and do somebody's shopping or anything like that. But what you can do, you can smile. You can help your mum or your dad or your grown-up or whoever you live with. You can do as you're told the first time. I know it's difficult. But maybe you could write down some cards and ask a grown-up to post them to your neighbours, saying, you're not on your own, there's always hope, and you won't walk alone. Remember, I talk a lot about that glue, that love that binds us all together as a St. James family. I made quite a lot of phone calls to different families today, and teachers have been emailing, I've been keeping in touch. And that glue has got stronger and stronger and stronger. It's a super glue. It's not just any ordinary glue, it's a super St. James glue. Let's put our hands together. Dear God, we thank you that you love us. We thank you that you promise to be with us in times of difficulty. When I'm alone, Lord, help me to remember that you are always there. When I'm afraid, help me to seek your peace. And thank you that I never need to walk alone. Have a good weekend, everyone. I hope the weather really improves. And we'll finish with the song. I'm afraid Luli's decided not to join us today, but I know she does send her love to you all. We miss you so much. Please don't forget, we're at school, email, ring. Unfortunately, you can't pop down, but we can't wait to see you. As I said, have a lovely weekend. Keep in touch and keep up the good work. Bye.
In your heart, and you'll never walk alone.